You're just so cute.
Hi, friends. It's me, your old friend, host Eric. And I'm proud to announce today that apparently somebody checked CS Joseph's thing today and it was $500 for typing session. As of today, apparently, I can proudly claim to be $400 cheaper than CS Joseph. If you'd like to be type you, it costs only $100 for an hour-long conversation with me, face-to-face. I ask you a bunch of different questions, and I give you a chance to ask me some questions as well after I tell you what type you are, and you can, direct the conversation however you want. Anyway, I haven't really advertised lately for my typing session, so I thought this might be both a good title for garnering viewers and function as an advertisement at the same time. Although I don't know. Maybe there's only one person here still. That's Rachel.
I didn't get a notification on my phone.
Well, it's only a minute, 10 seconds into it, so.
Yeah, we have to wait
give it a little bit of time.
Yeah, because YouTube is like, you just posted a premiere.
Maybe.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if it wasn't that recently actually.
I know.
The premiere.
I know it wasn't. And they get weird. They're so.
Who knows what's
finicky,
going on?
So finicky, but yeah, no, I am the only person right now.
It's just you and me, Rachel. We're sitting here and chatting about how I'm $400 cheaper than CS Joseph. I bet if CS Joseph were live streaming right now, we'd have a lot more than one person here and it'd only be his girlfriend. Gosh. But my earlier live stream, I got a pretty good total number. Got close to 30 at some point, I think.
Yeah, you did.
That's always. It's good to see. I always feel good when it hits 30. I feel like, okay, cool. That was a successful stream.
Yeah.
30 concurrent. That's pretty good.
That is pretty good.
I think it's conceivable. If you would have asked me a couple of years ago if I would have achieved this by now, I would have said for sure, and I would have been totally wrong. But I think it's conceivable I could get, up to 100 participants in this stream going regularly if maybe I try to make more snappy titles and stay on topic a little bit more and some things that are conceivably possible for me to do. But of course, I think ultimately the appeal of the live stream will be the extreme level of interactivity because it's mostly driven by my engagement with the chat. And I suspect that somewhat makes this live stream distinct from the standard approach, which typically is maybe a little less prone to have conversations with people in the poop factory. Just emailed me a song, somebody said. Okay. So, right, what was I saying? Right, I'm $400 cheaper than CS Joseph. That's right, it just costs $100 for me to type you. Does that mean that CS Joseph is 400 times better than me? No, it does not. I would say I am 400 times better than him. But most importantly, it won't cost you $500 to get typed by me. $500? Really? For a typing session? Well, I guess you do have to pay off your medical school loans that you went to become a typologist. What's up? Then we typing someone or what? No, I'm just live streaming. I thought it was a good title. $400 cheaper than CS Joseph. Because it costs $500 to get typed by him.
That's excessive.
If he were right all the time, He were like the single best person, I'd be like, fine, you know, he's put a lot of time into it. He deserves the money or something like that. But the problem is the thing he's selling is fraudulent. It's like, yeah, I can tell you what type you are. The fuck he can. He thinks he's himself to be an ETP. He thinks I'm an ESTP. He thinks, I don't know, he's got some crazy thoughts about stuff. But regardless, I guess what he's good at is making money. And that's obviously not what I'm good at. So there you go.
Unless at least when like you're being genuine and earnest. Like he's not. Like it's just robbery.
Money is nice to have.
It is.
I could use more money. You know, we're not
Hello.
struggling, but we're not
Living large?
We're certainly not living large. We're living medium small to small.
You know, the thing is, I don't think that he really is either. Like, because his personal life, like, he has said is a mess. And he's, like, trying to, like, balance that stuff out. And probably making money is the way he's trying to do it.
Sure.
If he's an ESTJ, you know, I don't know. But, yeah, his personal life is a mess.
I'm starting to feel bad. I'm starting to feel bad for him now because people said in a previous. That's okay. People said in the previous thing about how he's not getting a lot of love from the community right now. Well, I don't know what that means actually, but in general, and we also talked about sort of how he probably has some pain in his past and stuff, and good food and shelter and clothes most important. A few distractions. Well, you know what they say in Hunter x Hunter. Make sure to take the detours because that's how you find what you really want when you're looking for what you want or something like that.
Lila gave me those flowers.
Hello, my kitty friend. Hello, question mark. What you doing? I come to watch your flowers brewing. Who are you guys talking about, by the way? C.S. Joseph? He's another YouTuber. He charges $500 for a typing session. I charge $100. Which, you know, and money is increasingly tight for people in general, I think, as a consequence of all the COVID stuff. Torvis Shepard. Torvis.
Welcome.
Torvis is a good first name. I could see myself naming an INTJ son Torvis.
I feel like I would name my turtle Torvis.
That's a good name for a turtle as well. An INTJ son is among the most turtle-like of all the sons you could have, though.
The what?
An INTJ son is the most turtle-like son you could
so
have.
turtle-like.
Mm-hmm. I'm Torvis. Hello. No, that's not the algorithm we want to use. No offense, INTJs. Sorry to tease you. I would just love to know my type. First, I thought INFJ, but maybe INFP. I have no idea. Grr. Well, question mark. That brings me back to the title of this video. Did you know that I'm $400 cheaper than CS Joseph? That's substantially cheaper. CS Joseph is 5 times as expensive as I am, which is another way to put it. I only charge $100. He charges $500. And here's the added bonus. With me, you'll get your actual type. With him, you'll be able to eliminate probably one type, the one that he tells you you are. But Eric, there are other options besides just you and CS Joseph. That's true. I recommend me, but if you want to go with somebody else, you do your thing. If you don't want to pay for typing at all, I understand. A lot of people don't. Makes sense. The rumor I heard is that what he does with all the proceeds, he just every night he goes and makes it rain in the club. It's like every time he finishes the typing, he transfers that money to PayPal, takes it out of the bank in dollar bills, and runs straight down to the club to make it rain. And then he goes back home, does the typing, again, repeat. Complete waste of money, in my opinion, but I guess strippers got to eat too. That expression in your voice reminds me of George Carlin. I was just reading about George Carlin the other day. He's definitely an ENTP, and so it's natural I'm going to kind of have certain qualities of his, sound like him sometimes. I notice myself sounding like Obama sometimes as well, who was also an ENTP. Yeah, I personally don't care much about money. He could charge like 100 and I wouldn't blink, mostly because I wouldn't pay for it. Not unlike how I won't pay you. This is why I still think I'm not an INTP. So can you expand on that? I don't. It doesn't matter. I'm not upset or I don't care at all. But I'm just saying, I don't really understand what you mean when you say that not paying me is different or something. I don't know. You're in a serious existential crisis about your type, or what? Or because your cheese went bad. That'll cause a man to question themselves. Penny lover. Thanks, Torvis. Oh, I see. Okay, you're right. No, my bad. You were right to correct me. I did brain fail. My bad. Right. My bad. My eyes broke momentarily.
I feel like with live streams, it's like your hand towel that you had. The never ever 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 give up. Like as long as you feel that you can push through it, never give up.
Well, this is the easiest thing in the world to push through. A bag of milk? See, if this was a bag of milk, does that mean he's Canadian milk? Because I hear they prioritize bagging milk in Canada.
That's so interesting.
Have you been mesmerized yet then by it? If it's mesmerizing? Have you been completely mesmerized? I kind of want to let me see. This will be a word. Meowdy meowdy meow, meowdy meowdy meow, meowdy meowdy meow, meowdy meowdy meow. Meowdy meow, meowdy meowdy meow, meowdy meowdy meow.
Oh, it's a placement like in a studio. Aren't those so pretty? Both Eric and Delilah bought those.
Delilah got them for Rachel.
Yes.
I made jokes about how I was going to take credit for it. That is not the game show transition music, but it could function as transition music. Eric, I have a very important announcement to make. It's a monumental moment in my life. They're not a good one. You just took the most disappointing shit of your entire life. Okay. Was it disappointing because of the cleanup? Or because your expectations were too high? I'm not sure.
So Clayton MacOrk is from Canada. So C.S. Joseph is a bag of milk. You were right.
But apparently Canadians don't bag their milk anymore.
So it's just a term?
You felt the poop? Oh yeah, that would be the worst. Felt the poop come out, but you couldn't find it afterwards. Where did it go?
Where did it go?
Is it possible the collective unconscious is divided in a left and a right part? It's an interesting question. First of all, to answer the question, we have to say what we mean by the collective unconscious. If what we mean by the collective unconscious are sort of base level symbols that people share because of fundamental commonalities of all humans, or as I guess you might say, artifacts of their architecture, their cognitive architecture or something, then I would say that there might be some sort of, at least in theory, potentially, some sort of taxonomy of symbols that linked to attentional manners is conceivable, but I haven't thought about it before. I've never considered that question before. You could taxonomy the collective unconscious. If it's defined as what I'm saying as a set of symbols, you could taxonomy that set of symbols in different ways and just say it's a taxonomy and it's because of qualities implicit to the thing. Like, for example, symbols linking to passionate or temporal emotions, symbols linking to processes that take a long time, symbols linking to processes. You can divide it in lots of different ways, right? But yeah, I'd have to think about it more and think about what it would look like if I were to start to taxonomy symbols like that. And so I don't know. I received a very interesting comment on the Pariston video from earlier from somebody who really feels like, to me, like they know well about the topic of Hunter x Hunter, and I want to read this comment. Actually,
you like it?
I like the comment a lot. The way Hunter x Hunter was written feels like the world is bigger than the protagonists. The side characters have their own side adventures that we might follow or not, depending on which kind of story or which character Togashi, the mangaka, is interested in at the moment. So that's why we see characters come and go. Also, the characters make decisions that are logically based on their motivations and the information they have at the moment. So it's if there's no more conflict in the story for a particular character, there's no more reason for that character to be around. Like in the York New City arc, one of the building plot points was the fight between Hisoka and Crollo, but since the latter couldn't use his nin anymore, Hisoka left. Blue Ball denied him an opportunity to release a sticky substance, namely, what's it called? Bungee gum. So yeah. In many ways, Hunter x Hunter feels very NE and TI. We are constantly shown the intricate reasoning of every character when they make a decision. Also, it seems like Togashi just likes to create rules, whether it be the Nin system, the card game in Greed Island, the hierarchy of the Chimera ants, how Aluka's powers work, or how to conduct an election. I mean, it's wow! What an amazingly good comment, right? And then it's not even done. Regarding visual artists and NI, I don't know if I agree with this correlation, but I can see how somebody who has SI as a strong cognitive function is more likely to have a more detailed drawing. It could be interesting because Togashi admitted himself that drawing isn't his favorite thing to do and that he prefers writing stories. He was often criticized for his drawings described as amateurish, even though it has more to do with the fact that he has health problems and the insane deadlines imposed by the manga industry, which result in either sloppy drawings or very long hiatus. So compared to other shonen, XH is very text heavy. One of the more recent manga panels had no drawings but only speech bubbles for the thoughts of a character, which is just insane for visual media. That's a pretty rich and chewy comment there.
Yeah.
That guy really understands both cognitive functions well and the show. And all kinds of shit about,
Because I'm not gonna lie, like I was kind of confused. I'm like, why like have certain characters and not like continue them throughout it? Because I'm so used, but it's only personal. It's because I'm so used to that in storylines that I follow, usually in contemporary American entertainment. But it's very smart in that it doesn't take all the characters all the way. They don't have to.
Well, I mean, they've got too many characters to try to successfully fill out all their stories. But
right.
Like whatever even happened with that guy getting his powers back? You remember how? I remember. Did it happen? Did the Spider Gang's leader, right, who had the power to steal powers, and then had his own power shut off somehow, and he had to get the thing that was shutting off his power removed by an exorcist, I think, and I guess maybe the card throwing clown magician guy. Maybe he was trying to fix that problem for the former leader of the Spider Gang because he wanted to fight the former leader of the Spider Gang. All right, so now I've explained all that for some reason. I have reached the new realm. I have meditated myself into another realm of reality. Hi, Cloud. Hello and good evening, my time. Have you listened to Uber Boyo on YouTube? They have some terrific content on you and the collective unconscious, maps and meanings to quote Peterson too. Hi, Noir. YouTube. Peace. Hi, Ariane. That's Noir backwards. Noir. Those are pretty flowers. Noir. Lol. I see what you did there, Winston's mom. Thank you, Rachel, says Lapalosa to Noir in response to her complimenting the flowers. I'm going to anticipate as well as read. You're welcome! Exclamation point.
That's good coaching there. So, to repeat, just to go back to the main title here and just try to revisit as we go through the thing. I am, shockingly, $400 cheaper than CSJ, and $400 better. 400 times better. Yeah. 400 times better indeed.
Card throwing magician card guy. Yeah. Leader of the Spider Gang. We must be talking anime. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Typing session. A typing session is $400 cheaper for me than it is from CSJ. They're charging $500 for a typing session. So that's what's so much cheaper. Oh, Noir, you outsmarted me. She went with no problem instead of you're welcome. Like David Blaine, the guy is very subtle.
Yeah.
Oh, I see what you did there, Noir. Ole, Mom not seeing anymore. Mom, that's New York West. It's like a mom who's a Nationals fan and lives in New York, west of Hudson. That's it. That mom, that's my. That could be that would be like, Mom, that's NYW at yahoo.com. But really, it's Winston's mom backwards.
Yeah.
Ole is.
But you said it very well backwards, I have to say.
Thank you, darling.
Yeah.
That's because I cast, before I said it, I cast Deep Purple. deep purple.
You perfected it.
Thank you, darling.
Ah.
I love how Japanese cultures incorporated English words into their shit like that. Like that probably make it exotic to them. It sounds exotic probably as they they just they don't naturally speak English, so whereas for us we might name it something Japanese because it's exotic.
Yeah.
Swift Eagle says, "Oh, low." Hyro Lamb says, "Chase is making a lot of money on his crap." Swift Eagle replies, "Yes," or rather, yeah. CSJ is raking it in. Torvis Shepherd refers to my quoting of Moral, saying deep purple, as Englishu. Winston's mom says, "Jiro Lem, I think I saw that one, but it cracks me up that he charges that much. But anyone can charge anything. It's a matter of whether anybody actually pays that much." True.
That is true.
Swift Eagle says, "But to be fair, so is Dario and Artie." Boy, you said it, Swift Eagle. Dario and Artie's an ENFP who's full of horse manure. It's a good point. You are correct.
Who's Dario and Artie?
He is somebody who has like a university position and is doing some kind of research with looking at how the brain things. Yeah.
Oh.
I'm sure some of the tests are great. Here, Jerolam. The problem is he's not. There's no reason to think that he's typed people correctly, so his data is going to be all over the place in terms of trying to figure out the patterns he's looking for. He needs an external type. I mean, it seems obvious he needs to have, if he were to take the thing seriously as a task, as a research project, he'd have to get multiple typings of each party to and have a certain amount of agreement between people, like, have like five typologists that basically think similarly about typology, type the person, and only take people who are 4 out of 5 or 5 out of 5, and then do your work on those. You have to do that because there's no reason to believe that he's typed the people. He's rendered his research kind of invalid by deciding by typing them in a way that's standardized but not good. It's poor protocols, Neural imaging. I would like to go to his university and see how this process works. I would like to see how the process works as well. I mean, I think that's a good idea to try to get some sort of data, but I would point out that, to meaningfully get data from that, you probably need to monitor the person's brain activity throughout the course of a day. You probably need about 1 day's worth of data, and that would be sufficient to be quite clear what's being prioritized over what else. It's the reality is that I don't doubt that Spacey ends up taking a lot of business that would otherwise come my way, and I don't even resent him for it at all. Not remotely. I wanted him to be as successful as he could be in the field, and there's good reason to pay Spacey because he's cheaper and he's probably probably the second best typologist out there because he came from Eric's school doing it. So it makes sense. He's an INTP. He's pretty objective. He rarely gets people wrong, but occasionally he does. I mean, the thing is, I genuinely try to explain to the clients to the best of my ability, not only what I am concluding, but why I'm concluding it, and even why I'm asking certain questions as I'm going along. Of course, some people are, if you're an interface type, you probably aren't prioritizing what I'm providing there anyway, but so it goes. I don't know. Also, did you also watch EJR&D at Hero Lamb at Noir? He did an interview like a year ago, and he said he was going to get back to the channel, but never did. He should get involved again. It blew up since he started stuff here. I mean, yeah, he should get involved again. He had a big sort of mental health breakdown, I guess you could say. Yeah, okay. So Jiro Lamb knows about it. I don't know what happened there. When I first started YouTube, I was just like, well, that's the risk of letting shit go to your head. Now I have a more compassionate understanding of things, and because I have some SI experience with mental health stuff,
Me.
Yeah. So, okay. Well, Winston's mom. Don't run over the manatees with your boat anymore.
Don't.
You need to stop. Winston's mom is slaughtering thousands of manatees every day. Yeah. For no reason.
They're just fat and lazy. They don't even they hardly move their fins. And the boats.
Wait, maybe we should get a pet manatee.
Oh, what would you name it?
Well, we'd have to get some seawater first, I guess, probably.
Seawater and then lettuce. She's right about the lettuce.
Seawater and lettuce?
Lettuce is easy. Just give them iceberg.
All right, so let me write this down. 40,000 gallons of seawater. One manatee.
And the name for the manatee.
Lettuce. Well, Maven?
Maven the manatee. I like that.
Maven.
That's a good manatee name.
Yeah, I think so too. All right, we will name our pretend manatee Maven. Yeah, that was quite unfortunate. I never talked with him personally, but I enjoyed his vids. I learned a thing or two from him. He was just barely still around when I got onto YouTube and started getting in the typology community. He was still around, but not long. And he's the one I heard who said ENTPs are analogical, which was not something I had heard before that. And I said, hey, that sounds right to me. Swift Eagle says, didn't strike me as a TI guy. No, he was in the STP for sure. Oh yeah, I mean, he was when it came to typology, I think he was somebody who was tried to be very TI rational. Yeah, and he generally was. The ideas that you might say aren't TI consistent are examples of fourth slot NI run amok or mental health issues. I agree, Tiny Man 66. It's funny. It's like, and the same thing is when Tiny Man 666 here says EJ reminds me of my dual X's completely. So that means Tiny Man 66 is an INFJ, and she has dual ASTBs are dual, and it reminds her of them very. He reminds her of them very obviously. I had the same experience in my head. I was thinking about Taylor and how much he reminds me of Taylor. ESTPs males have a kind of common kind of about them that.
I have a question about ESTPs. Do they? I don't know. Their sense of humor is so funny sometimes. Like I think the things they do are really funny. But like I don't know.
Delilah doesn't make a lot of jokes. Delilah is because she's SE Dom. She's not an E Dom. Even though she was raised by me, laughs at my jokes, is clever and smart and everything. She's just not. She'd be quite talkative, but she's talkative about all kinds of different things. She's in a relationship. I mean, she's talkative about like stuff that I wouldn't, and I don't think of as intuitive conversation topics a lot. Stuff she did, products she likes. Sometimes she'll talk about ideas a bit, occasionally, but it's usually some sort of political thing that she has an opinion about. She's actually she's not especially TI valuing when it comes to things she wants to. She'll say, I don't want to even hear it. I don't even want to hear it. It just makes me upset. I don't want to hear it. Unlike me, she's not as wrongness seeking, so she can dispel it, which is perfectly fine. I don't need her to be that. I don't need her to be me. And she's not. She is 21 years old. 22 now. 22 years old now.
Yep, big 22.
And she just got back from New York, where she visited her friend April.
Yeah, and she's even talking about going back over again already, which is a good sign,
I mean, I was impressed with her TikTok numbers.
Oh my gosh! Well, you saw the video.
Yeah, what did she? Okay, so I don't know if this was. So the video had 500 and some likes that she made with April, and not 3,000 views or something. She said.
Yeah.
And that was that on Instagram or
TikTok.
On TikTok?
Yeah. And
so she went from, and in one day she went from 100 subscribers to 300 subscribers or something.
Yeah.
So that was kind of I'm very happy for her, but I was thinking, Eric, you must be doing something wrong, obviously, because this girl only has 300 subscribers and she's getting 3,000 views in one day on her TikTok video.
In defense of Delilah, she also doesn't get it because she's like, I don't know how April does it. She said it was all April's idea, and boom, she was like, this is, she in her own way was like, this bitch always gets this. I don't understand. And now she's got because she did the thing with April, she's got all those likes. So
what type is April, I wonder? I think
she's an ESFJ.
I think so too. Yeah, that's what I thought. I've always said before, but it made me wonder. Yeah, ESFJs, they're
very popular.
They're good with the FE, so AK477 informs us that he was watching some fine ass bitches swimming with sharks naked on TikTok recently. Swimming with sharks naked.
I'm not on TikTok. I mean, I am. TikTok is a fascinating place. So I was on TikTok and all I put up there was a wedding video, like a video of my sister's wedding video, and me and her dancing for like 7 seconds. I got like 1,080 views or whatever, and it was like, really?
Huh.
Yeah, it's a strange world, TikTok.
Well, TinyMan66, obviously, if I were to say something funny and you were to laugh at it, then you would not be laughing at nothing. You'd be laughing at something. Dustin Bell, watch your kid close if she's underage. Your daughter's struggling to gain a TikTok following. She did do something recently, got over 100 likes. That was an anomaly.
But that seems to be how it is.
Well,
like
maybe
the anomalies are the things that get like.
All right, let me see this thing. TikTok. Can you do it on the computer, or do you have to do it on your phone?
I don't know.
Log in with
Yeah.
Google. Google. That one right there. Oh, it's Derek. Okay, now I'm going to make a TikTok video. How do you do that? Let me find out. This is me, YouTube live streaming, myself making my first ever TikTok video. How do you make a TikTok video? How do you make a TikTok video? Click the plus button. Where's the plus button? I don't see any plus button. Set it the timer. Okay. Click the plus button. Well, where's the plus button? I would click home for me. Upload video. Well, I don't have any video yet to upload. Caption. Me learning to TikTok. Cover. What's this? Select a video upload. This isn't. See, how do I know how to make it though? What song do I use? You know, it's like, don't you have to use one of their songs?
Yeah,
or
you
something?
have to use one of theirs. You can't use your own.
So discover.
A lot of people post. You can use their songs, so you get a choice. Like you do have.
What song do they have here though? I mean, like, have you ever made one?
No.
All right, let me look at the live stream chat and see if anybody has any solutions for me.
It's really TE heavy. Like my ESFP cousin would do it a lot. It'd be a current song, and then they have a dance to it, and like a lot of times that's a popular thing.
Click the plus button. I don't know. This is. All right. How to record a music video with TikTok. Selecting music. See, my thing doesn't look like this. It only works with. Does TikTok work on PC? Let me ask that. Does TikTok work on PC? How to use TikTok online? Um. Hmm. Let's see. Help Center. Songs. Anything for songs. This is for phone only, for God's sakes. Okay, so I just have to upload it, record it myself, and upload it.
We can use mine.
What song should I put? Though? I don't know what song to use.
I mean, look at the people who are on it.
Well, but I want to search the songs that I can have a choice for.
You might be able to use Kesha. I wouldn't be surprised if she has her stuff up on there. But it's like really, it's a current stuff. I don't know. You should be able to look it up. See, I think on your phone might be easier.
List of songs you can use on TikTok. My Type by Sawati. I'm Just a Kid. WAP. Pew Pew Pew. What's Pew Pew Pew?
I don't know.
I want to hear Pew Pew Pew. It's got a good name. Oops. God damn it, I'm going to get copyrighted. God damn it.
No.
I don't know. So now I don't want to do it anymore.
Like
no, this is why I don't want to do it anymore. I have no desire to do anything on TikTok because I click this thing. How do you make TikTok videos? Very easy. Just push the plus, blah, blah, blah. Not that great. I'll try to do it. I have this much enthusiasm right now. It'll carry me forward through this. At this point, I do not want to make a TikTok video anymore.
We can do it on mine sporadically, right?
Okay. Well, I mean,
I don't even know what mine is under. I just was like, I can't do a lot of social media at once. Like
I can't either. I don't have any other platforms that I operate on for that reason. You know, it's like Emilia Fart. She's a huge ENTP celebrity. Who's Emilia Fart? She has a YouTube channel, 787,000 subscribers. I don't know if she's an ENTP just from looking at her or not. Not impossible, but
yeah, it's not impossible. You definitely don't know. Wouldn't you have to talk to her?
Yeah. I mean, she has videos. I could watch her videos.
Sure.
I don't really feel like watching it. The thing about that makes me say, I would like to watch this. GameCube monkey meme. Okay.
Honestly,
Let me mute this for a second. Why haven't you watched that?
just that. I don't think I needed to see that.
I have no idea what type Eddie Van Halen is. I have no idea.
He could have been. I don't know either. I don't know much about Van Halen.
Maybe you should look at other people's TikToks to feel they have it. I saw Delilah's this morning or earlier. If China owns the music, it's on TikTok.
Yeah, they do.
Well, don't
I
say
know
you
if
wouldn't
China,
watch
but
it
it's
if you
Europe. It's not like whoever. It's not. It's Europe. It's like a not American app.
did. Who's tempting me for what? Hey, Torvis.
Can we like mute for shake that or show my ass?
Sure.
Cool, because like it's stuck in my head and I would love to listen to it.
It is indeed so good. Oh yes, so good, so good. If you don't believe me, then there's something wrong with you. I recommend it. This is Alan Bryan recommended this one to us. Actually, it's not me recommending this, although I'm doubling down on the recommendation. Alan Bryan killed it with his recommendation. That's a great song. That's great. Oh, that's a good call. You guys talking about cereal making me crave it, but I get allergic reactions if I allow yourself to devour some. Allergic to cereal. What a sad breakfast fate you have. No, I haven't listened to it yet. I think you sent it after I started live streaming. So, have you seen me check it yet? Or you probably just got here. What's my preferred cereal? It's a pretty easy answer. The greatest cereal of all. Frosted shredded mini wheats. Frosted shredded mini wheats are the best cereals. The best of the cereal class of cereals. Now, if you remember your food pyramid, your cereals are down there near the bottom. You need a lot of those with meat. You need a little bit of vegetables and fruits at the top. That's your food pyramid. That's not even the best frosted cereal. You have some news for me? My brain is small. My BRANE. What is my BRANE? Let me see if that's a word.
Oh.
An extended object with any given number of dimensions, of which strings and string theory are examples with one dimension. Our universe is a 3-brain. So, obviously, what he's saying is that I'm a 1-brain in terms of my dimensionality in string theory. Okay, well, I'm not sure how insulted to feel, but I'm going to assume that fewer dimensions in string theory is less, worse, bad. I'm no string theory expert like you. I don't typically use brain in that fashion in casual conversation, but I appreciate you doing so and making this kind of. Just give me some sugar in a bowl. You gotta pour some milk on top of it too, Nora. Don't forget to pour milk on your sugar.
We went through when we had frosted shredded mini beets here. We went through that thing in 3 days.
They are good.
And they were so good.
They're highly edible.
And they're highly fillable too. So you could eat that and not you'll be full until lunch.
Frosted in general, the shredded wheat is invented because it has an excellent capacity to replace masturbation in your life. The Kellogg's company was the Kellogg guy who invented it was
what?
He was really into people going to a health retreat, which was all about how nobody should masturbate. You need to eat more of this kind of food, this shredded wheat, this bland wheat food thing. Because it needs to be frosted shredded wheat. If you ever had regular shredded wheat, it's very bland. They frost the shredded wheats with a lot of sugar to make them taste good. Because without a lot of sugar, then they're very bland.
I had no idea that you were joking.
I'm not joking.
Ew.
Yeah, it was one of his sort of things about pure living and the Kellogg health sanitariums or something like that. I don't know. Seventh-day Adventist, says Dustin Sullivan. They're Seventh-day Adventists? Okay. Well, that's a lot better than Sixth-day Adventists. I hate those Sixth-day Adventists. They're all about Saturday. But really, first-day Adventists, it's why would you pick Monday as your day, first-day Adventists? That's just silly.
I went to a 6-day dentistry place, and it was like connected with the hospital, like where they were training the kids to be dentists. And yeah, my back molar tooth, like a student like worked on, and it was at a 6-day like dentist place.
Good for him.
Yeah, it was good. It was, and I trusted him. Like, luckily, I trusted him because I was ready to be like, I don't care if I have students that I want my tooth to be, because like I've been to good dentists before, so I was ready to get all up on their ish if my work being done was going to take a long time and be a lot of money. I want to go see the autumnal kitty.
Well, see the original shredded wheat is, if you get just shredded wheat, you actually have a big block. It's not like the little ones. It's surprisingly big. It's like it's supposed to be used, one of them as like a full big bowl of cereal, basically. I don't think you even necessarily use a whole one. Maybe they've gotten smaller over the years. I don't know. Maybe they're like Hershey's chocolate bars. And gradually over the years, they've gotten smaller.
I really do benefit from PP.
Yeah, his brother, the other Kellogg brother, did not fall into this whole like weird health nut shit, and went on to make the delicious sugary Kellogg cereals we all love and enjoy today. That is true. I've heard about that whole story. All right, we still love you if your brain is small. Okay. You haven't really answered my question though. By small brain, do you mean that a small number of dimensions or a large number of dimensions, but small in some other capacity, like a short string? Alternative solutions. What do you need alternative solutions for? Well, I'm already have to be quite so sassy. No, I'm not. No, I'm not. I'm not fingering my beard. I'm going to start the barbecue.
Oh.
So
Yeah.
I think what I'll do is I think I'll end the stream. Yeah. And I may stream again later tonight. We'll see. Thanks for being here, everybody. Don't forget to eat plenty of cheese.